Welcome back, everybody. I finally was able to get my food and my coffee and my juice. But every time, I wouldn't say every time, but most of the time when I'm traveling and I stop at McDonald's, which is one of my favorite spots. I'm sorry, I couldn't help having some of the fries. Put this over there. I have to say, it's one of my favorite spots. The price is right. The food, it is doable when you're on the road, you know. And it's so convenient because you can drive right through. You don't have to get out of your car. And most of the time, people are nice. Especially when you go out of town. But I have to say that a high five to McDonald's. The corporation actually managed to maintain their reputation or improve it rather throughout the years. I know they have faced challenges here and there, but overall they sustained a very viable business, and here we are. And I feel super lucky because, wow, a lot of people had invested great ideas and resources in order to create what McDonald's is today. Now, with all that in mind, I wanted to say that that McDonald's that I visited, it's on Route 38 East on Cherry Hill. In case anybody comes by and you want to stop by, it's a pretty decent location. Most of the time the employees are in a great mood. They're very polite. Service is great. Food is always good. No complaints. So I believe that if you find a decent spot to eat, it's well worth sharing it, you know, with others, because a lot of people will appreciate that, I'm sure. Especially if you're always on the road. For me, I'm on the road pretty often, I'll say. And it's nice. I do appreciate, you know, finding a decent place to eat. Now, going back to traveling and feeling as part of the world. Why I named these episodes or this series Global Citizen is because I feel like I'm a citizen of the world. In fact, I mean, there's no a particular place that I feel that I belong from. You know, I've been around for a little bit, and I am able to understand that I am human. And I don't know if a lot of people can relate, but I don't tend to limit myself thinking that I am from any particular location. I just feel like I'm from planet Earth, and this is my home. And no matter where I am on this earth, I'm home. And that's a beautiful thing. You know, I feel like my home is pretty big, and we have to take good care of it. A lot of people don't understand that this is all we got, and we need to do the best we can with this earth. You know, some people don't realize that whatever damage they cause when they start polluting the earth is going to affect us all. It's not just other people, you know, including themselves, but they don't realize that, and that's sad. And it's important to have some level of consciousness when it comes to that. And again, I don't want to extend this video too much. I am going to try to edit it and work piece by piece and see how I'm gonna put all these pieces together. But I wanted to let you know that it's totally worth a while once in a while to take a ride. And if you don't have the resources to drive on your own, you know, have your own vehicle to move around, you could always, you know, rely on public transportation and take buses or trains as long as you're able to get to where you need to be in a safely manner. So I think it's totally worth it if you make a plan. I mean, you don't have to be wealthy to do that. It's just a matter of you planning it out and making sure that you take the time for that. In some areas it's easier than others, but like I said, with proper planning you can definitely make it happen. And the budget doesn't have to be exuberant, you know. A lot of people have that tendency of saying, well, someday when I have enough money, then I'll take a vacation. Really, it doesn't take that much. I am a very thrifty person when I want to be, and I do research, and I think if someone takes the time to budget it out and plan it, they can find ways to take time off and decompress. It's so important for your health, you know, to do that. And enjoy the scenery, enjoy it. This earth we were given. So get to know your countries, get to know your neighborhoods. Doesn't have to be too far out, you know. Take time to get to know your town. We're missing out so much, you know, because life is busy. And most of us don't have control of our time, especially when we have to work and we have to sell our time in order to support our families. Some of us feel like we're chained. But it can be done. It really can be done if we plan it, if we, you know, look into it. And I am encouraging, seriously, to do something like that, you know, get away for a minute and enjoy your life. And if you don't know how to go about it, I'll help you out. I'll give you some ideas. It doesn't cost me anything. So take time to drop me a line. I will certainly appreciate it. And if there's any particular place that you're interested in visiting, that, you know, obviously you know, there might be places, but the best thing I can do to travel on a budget is if anybody sees this video and invite me, I'll go. Because I think the hardest thing is lodging, you know, to find locations where you can stay. But don't worry about it. As long as I can find a familiar face that I can talk to, I'll figure out how to get there. So drop me a line, give me some suggestions, let me know whether or not you like this series of Global Citizen, and hopefully we can pay you a visit and film a little bit about how proud you may be of your town or the place where you live, and we can talk about, you know, places that a lot of people can reach. You know, I'm totally a traveler at heart, and I really don't mind, and especially now in my life where I am in a place where I can move around. Folks, I know some of you may say that it's impossible, but I want to remind you once again, it's all up to you. I'm not wealthy, you know. I am working to make to pay for my bills. But I wanted to let you know that once you make the decision that that's how you want to live your life, then you do it. It's not just thinking about it, it's just acting on that. And that's what makes a difference. I made a conscientious decision that I wanted to have freedom. Whether my bank account represented my lifestyle or no, I made it my business. I mean, boom, I made a decision and it's done. So, and if you can't just say, I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna start tomorrow to live my life the way I want to on your terms, work towards that, create that, because you can. Only you have the control. And if you believe that you're bound to a particular career or bound to a job because of bills or whatever, step by step, you know, find a way to become free. Ideally, we would like to be financially independent. Not everybody gets to do that, but you have to remember Life is so fragile. You're here today, you don't know about tomorrow. So I don't think it's a practical way to live when you are planning for a better day someday and you don't know what's going to happen, especially when you're here now. So we have to live in the present, knowing that we don't know if tomorrow is going to come. And yes, you want to plan for tomorrow, and live your life assuming you're going to have another chance, but nevertheless, don't live for tomorrow what you can do today, because you never know. It's a blessing every morning when you wake up and you're breathing and you say, well, thank you, Lord, because you have another day, for those who believe. And for those who do not believe, you know, it's okay. Having another opportunity to be on this earth it's an awesome blessing. It's an awesome thing to have. So if you're lucky enough to wake up tomorrow, don't be shy, you know, don't leave it for the last minute, and don't push it over to a someday aisle. Make it your business to create that path and that opportunity for you. Everything, it's up to us, and we have to assume responsibilities for our lives. We didn't know any better when we were born. We didn't choose our families. We got to choose some of our friends, most of our friends. And the life that we live, we have the opportunity to choose it. But it's all a matter of perspective, because if you believe that you are a victim rather than a person who is creating your life as you walk through life, then you need to change the way you see reality. And instead of thinking that life happens to you, you need to start thinking that life happens for you. And when you take an approach of being in control and making decisions, then you start seeing changes, you know. And that's what happened to me when I realized that I had control and I could make changes. I started implementing these changes and things started to happen. So we are all in this journey together, looking to become happier every day and become better people. And hopefully, as we walk through life, we will make an impact to change the world, you know, through the people that we touch. So there you have it. That's my 2 cents for the day. Again, thank you so much for your time. If you appreciate the content that I am putting out there for you guys, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, because I will definitely continue providing more videos. And if you have any suggestions, don't be shy. Thank you once again for your time. This is Annie from Global Citizen. Have a nice day.